thick and heavy, zero flow. Air is turning entirely to heavy black oil, caught inside the center of the midnight coil, moving every muscle against the massive weight, dragging perfectly towards the midnight fade. Every single step is taking a heavy hour, yielding completely to the dark vicious power, swimming deeply inside the heavy liquid tar, knowing that we never are going very far. Friction is rising perfectly in the heavy deep, making sure the heavy dark promises we keep. Caught inside the heavy viscosity tonight, drowning perfectly the edges of the light. No one can float inside this heavy dark space, stuck forever perfectly in a hidden place. Taking every pressure, holding down the bone, sitting heavily upon the midnight throne. Viscosity, total drag, maximum resistance. Gravity is pulling on the heavy thick fluid, darker than the center of the empty deep well, trapped inside the center of the vicious spell. Oh, resistance is heavy against the midnight skin, knowing exactly where the heavy games begin. Cannot even run inside the heavy deep mud, pumping very slowly directly in the blood, watching the illusion of the heavy time bend, waiting beautifully for the absolute end. Friction is rising perfectly in the heavy deep, making sure the heavy dark promises we keep. Caught inside the heavy viscosity tonight, drowning perfectly the edges of the light. No one can float inside this heavy dark space, stuck forever perfectly in a hidden place. Taking every pressure, holding down the bone, sitting heavily upon the midnight throne. Do not try to run, let the heavy fluid pull you down. Perfect friction, just sink. Heavily upon the midnight throne. Closer, come a little closer. Tracing lines across your chest, putting my demons to the test. Shadows dancing on the wall, waiting for the final fall. No more space between us now, breaking every silent vow. Heat is rising in the dark, igniting every single spark, stripping away all the pride. Nowhere left for us to hide, more than just skin deep, promises we cannot keep, tangled up inside the wire, burning in this quiet fire, feeling every single breath, loving you. Fingertips are reading minds, to the heavy beat, turning up the midnight heat. Every shiver down the spine tells me that you are purely mine. No more words left to exchange. Everything is rearranged, stripping away all the pride. Nowhere left for us to hide. More than just skin deep, deep promises we cannot keep. Tangled up inside the wire, burning in this quiet fire, feeling every single breath. Loving you to death. Peel back the layers down to the core. Do not stop now. More than just skin deep, promises we cannot keep. Tangled up inside the wire, burning in this quiet fire, feeling every single breath. Loving you to death. Skin deep, right to the core. Closer, closer. Move slow. Yeah. Feel the spark. Electricity is hanging in the heavy air, running heavy fingers through the midnight hair, moving dangerously slow across the bed, erasing every single word we ever said. Building up the tension in the velvet dark, waiting for the heavy and the fatal spark. Current running deeply underneath the skin, exactly where the heavy midnight games begin. Closing up the distance between you and me, generating heavy static energy. Caught inside the heavy friction tonight, burning out the last remaining drop of light. Skin against skin in the heavy sound, pushing both the bodies deeper underground. Do not rush the motion, keep it really slow, watching how the heavy electricity flows. Static friction. Feel the spark. Electric. Temperature is spiking with the heavy touch. Never ever thought it could be way too much. Gliding like a shadow on the heated floor, always leaving me begging for a little more. Resistance only makes the heavy fire grow, taking every single movement beautifully slow, sinking to the rhythm of the heavy bass, lighting up completely this entire space. Closing up the distance between you and me, generating heavy static energy. Caught inside the heavy friction tonight, burning up the last remaining drop of light. Skin against skin in a heavy sound, pushing both our bodies deeper underground. Do not rush the motion, keep it really slow, watching how the heavy electricity flows. Skin to skin, feel the heat rising. Do not pull away, let it shock you. so still, bending reality to our will. Every breath is a heavy sign, erasing the borders, crossing the line. Gravity losing its hold on me, floating inside your frequency. Pull me under the surface, make me feel like I deserve this. Lost inside the heavy sound, we don't ever have to touch the ground. Just pull me under. Fingertips tracing the dark, igniting the flame from a single spark. No words needed in this space, just the rhythm setting the pace. Gravity losing its hold on me, floating inside your frequency. Pull me under the surface, make me feel like I deserve this. Lost inside the heavy sound, we don't ever have to touch the ground. Just pull me under. Deeper, keep going deeper. Don't let me breathe. Pull me under. Lost in the sound. Pull me under. Lost in the sound. Rapid and silk, keep it freezing cold. Temperature is dropping to an absolute zero. We do not need a savior, we do not need a hero. Gliding across the surface like a heavy blade, resting in the center of the midnight shade. Friction is erased from the entire room, walking completely silent in the velvet gloom. Every single word is cutting like a knife, stepping out the shadows, directly into life. Freezing up the time inside the heavy space, taking full control of the entire place. Wrapped up completely in the cold suit tonight, reflecting every piece of the broken light. Smooth like the ice upon the heavy glass, watching all the shadows in the midnight pass, slipping through the fingers, never holding on. We are going to vanish right before the dawn. Cold silk, freezing cold, smooth and sharp. Focus on the rhythm of the heavy kick, magic disappearing with a single trick. No more hesitation in the midnight air, taking us entirely beyond repair. Moving like a phantom on the marble floor, locking up the secrets directly behind the door. Zero interference in the heavy sound, pushing our bodies deeper underground. Freezing up the time inside the heavy space, taking full control of the entire place. Wrapped up completely in the cold silk tonight, reflecting every piece of the broken light. Smooth like the ice upon the heavy glass, watching all the shadows in the midnight pass, slipping through the fingers, never holding on. We are going to vanish right before the dawn. Absolute zero, perfectly clear. Listen to the bass line. nothing else matters. Tonight, reflecting every piece of the broken light, smooth like the ice on a heavy glass, watching all the shadows in the midnight pass, slipping through the fingers, never holding on. We are going to vanish right before the dawn. Cold silk, freezing, fade to black. Don't wake me up, I wanna stay right here. Pendulum swinging heavy in the dark, leaving a deep and permanent mark. City is completely dead outside the door. We are just shadows upon the floor. Frequencies locking straight to the mind, leaving the logical thinking behind. Moving on heavy autopilot tonight, fading entirely out of the light. Following every move that you make, nothing left for the morning to take. Caught in a heavy and beautiful trance, locked in a slow and a dangerous dance, letting the heavy bass dictate the flow. Nowhere left in the world we need to go. Mind is completely a beautiful blank, deep in the ocean where everything sank. Deep trance, under spell, under the sound, looping the rhythm again and again, washing away every drop of the pain. Eyes are half open, completely dazed, lost in the middle of this heavy maze. Everything moves in a slow motion blur, listening only to the midnight purr. Gravity holds us tight to the bed, silencing everything inside the head. Following every move that you make, nothing left for the morning to take. Trance, locked in the slow and the dangerous dance, letting the heavy bass dictate the flow. Nowhere left in the world we need to go. Mind is completely a beautiful blank, deep in the ocean where everything sank. Mind is empty, body is heavy, just the bass. Keep the loop going. do not want one anyway. Curtains drawn, shutting out the street. Moving to the rhythm of the heartbeat. Velvet grip holding me so tight. Guiding me through the endless night. Shadows stretching across the bed, messing with the thoughts inside my head. World outside has disappeared. Everything is exactly as it appeared. Tension wrapped around my throat. We are sailing on a sinking boat. Caught in the velvet grip tonight. Blurring the edge of wrong and right. Do not need no vision in the dark. Just let the heavy bass leave a mark. Sinking deep into the mattress now. Breaking every single holy vow. Velvet grip. Hold me down. Fingertips leaving a burning trail. In this dark room we can never fail. Whispering secrets into my ear, telling me everything I wanna hear. Time is completely frozen still, bending my body right to your will. A dangerous game that we love to play, hoping the sun never brings the day. Tension wrapping around my throat. We are sailing on a sinking boat. Caught in the velvet grip tonight. Blurring the edge of wrong and right. Do not need no vision in the dark. Just let the heavy bass leave a mark. Sinking deep into the mattress now. Breaking every single holy vow. So soft, but so strong. Do not let me go. Keep your grip on me. Caught in the velvet grip tonight. Blurring the edge of wrong and right. Do not need no vision in the dark. Just let the heavy bass leave a mark. Sinking deep into the mattress now. Breaking every single holy vow. Velvet. Keep holding on. Do not let go. One drop, that is all it takes. Sweet as poison on my lips, moving steady with the hips. Intoxicating chemistry, taking over all of me. Running straight into the vein, pleasure mixing up with pain. No antidote to be found, tied up and totally bound. I know it is dangerous, but it is only the two of us. Watch the venom take control. Running with the venom now, we will break every vow. Lethal dose of heavy sound, bury me deep underground, spreading through the system fast, making sure the feeling lasts. Lethal. Lethal. into blur, everything becomes a slur. Rumors spinning left and right, swallowed up by the night. Heartbeat racing like a drum, making the entire body numb. Toxin flowing in the blood, sweeping through me like a flood. I know it is dangerous, but it is only the two of us. Watch the venom take control. Running with the venom now, we will break every vow. Lethal dose of heavy sound, bury me deep underground, spreading through the system fast, making sure the feeling lasts. It is in my mind, it is in my soul. I do not want the cure, just give me more. Running with the venom now, we will break every vow. Lethal dose of heavy sound, bury me deep underground, spreading through the system fast, making sure the feeling lasts. Venom through the venom, through the vein. Drop, one drop, drop, one drop. Tie the heavy silk. Do not open your eyes. Tying up the heavy silk across the face, erasing every visual inside the space, leaving only heavy frequencies behind, navigating beautifully, strictly blind. Every single sound is magnified at night, taking away the final drop of the light. Focus on the vibration in the heavy floor. We do not need to use our vision anymore. Slipping entirely into the heavy unknown, sitting completely in the darkness alone. Caught entirely beneath the blindfold tonight, wiping out the boundary of wrong and right. Heightened senses taking absolute control. Vibrations reaching deeply in the soul. Trusting completely in the heavy dark sound, safely buried underneath the solid ground. Blindfold. Keep it tight, strictly in the dark. Losing track of every single physical wall, waiting for the heavy midnight hour to fall. Fingertips are reading every single line, mixing up your heavy energy with mine. Shadows do not matter when you cannot see, unlocking every heavy secret part of me. Guided purely by the rhythm and the bass, living completely inside this hidden place. Slipping entirely into the heavy unknown, sitting completely in the darkness alone. Caught entirely beneath the blindfold tonight, wiping out the boundary of wrong and right. Heightened senses taking absolute control. Vibrations reaching deeply in the soul. Trusting completely in the heavy dark sound, safely buried underneath the solid ground. Do not try to look, just listen to the bass line. Let the heavy frequency guide you. trust the dark. Deeply in the soul, trusting completely in the heavy dark sound, safely buried underneath the solid ground. Blindfold in the dark, keep your eyes closed. Energy is fading. Watch the system die. Heat is slowly leaving from the heavy room, fading perfectly into the velvet gloom. Every single structure breaking down tonight, losing all the heavy in the fading light. Order turning perfectly to heavy dust, solid iron chains turning into rust. Clock is ticking slower than it ever did, sliding down beneath the heavy midnight lid. Order slipping beautifully out of control, silence taking over the midnight soul. Caught inside the heavy entropy tonight, ending all the energy and heavy fight. Everything is perfectly falling apart, stopping every heavy beat inside the heart. No more fuel left to burn inside the space, yielding to the dark in this hidden place. Entropy. System failure, total decay. Molecules are moving at a heavy crawl, waiting for the absolute and final fall. Stars are burning out in the heavy sky, watching every heavy constellation die. Energy is scattering across the floor, no one is rebuilding it anymore. Falling into chaos, but it feels so cold. The final heavy story that is beautifully told. Order slipping beautifully out of control, silence taking over the midnight soul. Caught inside the heavy entropy tonight, ending all the energy and heavy fight. Everything is perfectly falling apart, stopping every heavy beat inside the heart. No more fuel left to burn inside the space, yielding to the dark in this hidden place. Total heat death, zero energy remaining. Let it all dissolve, just the heavy bass. Caught inside the heavy entropy tonight, ending all the energy and heavy fight. Everything pull me back in. Yeah. Pull me back in. Midnight dripping down the glass. Moving slow, we don't need to go fast. Every touch is a heavy dose. Love it the most when you pull me close. I know it's toxic, but it feels so right. Losing our minds in the purple light. Intoxicated by your frequency. You're pouring through my chemistry. No way out, I'm locked inside, taking me on that midnight ride. Midnight ride. Your shadow blending into mine, sipping the danger like it's vintage wine. A whisper on my collarbone, making me forget my way back home. Intoxicated by your frequency. You're pouring through my chemistry. No way out, I'm locked inside, taking me on that midnight ride. Don't sober up. Keep pulling me under. Intoxicated. Intoxicated. Look around. Everywhere I look, I see you. Glass upon the ceiling, glass upon the wall, catching every angle as the shadows fall. Multiplying slowly in the velvet night, fading out the last remaining drop of light. Watching every movement in the heavy room, blooming like the dark flower in the gloom. Every single surface showing me the truth, drowning in the middle of our wasted youth. Trapped inside an infinite design, mixing up your heavy soul with mine. Caught inside the mirrors on the wall, watching every single heavy shadow fall. Infinite reflections in the dark, leaving an unforgettable mark. Seeing everything we try to hide, nowhere in this heavy room to hide. Mirrors. Infinite. Watch us move. Fogging up the surface with the heavy breath, loving this intensity right to the death. Cold against the skin but burning up inside, riding on the rhythm of the midnight tide. 1,000 different versions of the same mistake, willing to risk it all for goodness sake. Eyes are locking deeply in the looking glass, waiting for the heavy midnight hour to pass. Trapped inside an infinite design, mixing up your heavy soul with mine. Caught inside the mirrors on the wall, watching every single heavy shadow fall. Infinite reflections in the dark, leaving an unforgettable mark. Seeing everything we try to hide, heavy room to hide. Look at us 100 times over. You cannot escape the view. Just watch. Caught inside the mirrors on the wall, watching every single heavy shadow fall. Infinite reflections in the dark, leaving an unforgettable mark. Seeing everything we try to hide. Nowhere in this heavy room to hide. Mirrors. Everywhere I look, infinite. Drop the frequency below the hearing line. Dialing down a pitch beneath the human range, entering a territory cold and strange. Windows gently rattling without a single sound. Heavy vibration moving strictly to the ground. Silence in the room, but the heavy floorboard shakes, waiting for the moment that the foundation breaks. Nothing in the air but a heavy physical weight. Accepting this entirely is a midnight phase. Thinking quietly below the decibel line, merging this invisible heavy force with mine. Trapped inside a heavy subsonic wave tonight, crushing all the shadows and burying the light. Frequency so low that you only feel the chill, bending every surface to the heavy midnight will. A silent earthquake underneath the solid ground, destroying everything without a single sound. Subsonic, too low to hear, you can only feel it. Tremors moving slowly straight up through the hill. This is exactly how the absolute zero feels. Concrete is vibrating in the center of the wall, waiting for the architecture perfectly to fall. No one on the outside can detect the heavy crash, turning all the ordinary boundaries to ash. Communication strictly through the heavy bass drop, knowing that this energy is never gonna stop. Sinking quietly below the decibel line, merging this invisible heavy force with mine. Trapped inside the heavy subsonic wave tonight, crushing all the shadows and burying the light. Frequency so low that you only feel the chill, bending every surface to the heavy midnight will. A silent earthquake underneath the solid ground, destroying everything without a single sound. 20 hertz, 10 hertz. Below the threshold, just the vibration. Trapped inside the heavy subsonic wave tonight, crushing all the shadows and burying the light. Frequency so low that you only feel the chill, bending every surface to the heavy midnight will. A silent earthquake underneath the solid ground, destroying everything without a single sound. Subsonic, underground. invisible weight. Feel the pull. Floating perfectly unseen inside the heavy room, filling up the empty spaces in the velvet gloom. No reflection bouncing off the heavy hidden mass. Watching all the silent heavy hours beautifully pass. Binding everything together with a heavy silent thread. Pulling every single shadow straight into the bed. You cannot see the heavy force, but you can feel the drag. Capturing the heavy midnight in a velvet bag. Bending all the light around the heavy empty space. Dominating absolutely this entire hidden place. Caught inside the heavy dark matter tonight. Swallowing the edges of the fading heavy light. Invisible and heavy in the absolute unknown. Sitting beautifully on the heavy midnight throne. Feeling the immense and silent gravitational pull. Making sure the heavy midnight energy is full. Dark matter, unseen force, heavy mass. Ghost inside the heavy system taking full control. Adding heavy weight directly to the midnight soul. Passing perfectly right through the heavy solid wall. Waiting for the total heavy structure just to fall. Holding all the heavy darkness in a hidden net. Placing every single heavy on the final midnight bed. Zero physical appearance in the heavy fading light. Owning absolutely every corner of the night. Bending all the light around the heavy empty space. Dominating absolutely this entire hidden place. Caught inside the heavy dark matter tonight. Swallowing the edges of the fading heavy light. Invisible and heavy in the absolute unknown. Sitting beautifully on the heavy midnight throne. Feeling the immense and silent gravitational pull. Making sure the heavy midnight energy is full. You cannot see it, but it holds you down. Infinite weight, invisible. Is full. Dark matter, invisible. Feel the weight. Feel the weight. Cut the signal. Close the cage. Copper wire woven perfectly inside the wall. Catching absolutely every single heavy call. Blocking out the frequency in heavy waves. Sitting quietly inside this isolated cave. No transmission coming through the heavy mesh. Nothing but the heartbeat in the heavy flesh. Satellites are searching, but they cannot find. Leaving every single digital trace behind. the final heavy signal from the sky, watching every connection beautifully die. Caught inside the heavy Faraday tonight, shielded perfectly from the heavy light. Zero radiation slipping through the door, resting fully on the isolated floor. Disconnected completely from the human race, undetectable inside this hidden space. Faraday, signal lost, total isolation. Radar cannot penetrate the heavy shield, making absolutely every outside energy yield. Static on the monitor is fading out the black, knowing that the network is never coming back. We are off the grid and permanently erased, running from the world without being chased. Only the vibration of the heavy sub-bass echoing perfectly inside this empty place. Severing the final heavy signal from the sky, watching every connection beautifully die. Caught inside the heavy Faraday tonight, shielded perfectly from the heavy light. Zero radiation slipping through the door, resting fully on the isolated floor. Disconnected completely from the human race, undetectable inside this hidden space. No service, no connection, just a heavy frequency. Stay offline. Perfectly from the heavy light. Zero radiation slipping through the door, resting fully on the isolated floor. Disconnected completely from the human race, undetectable inside this hidden space. Faraday, off the grid, in transmission. Sinking down, feel the pressure rise. Sinking down, feel the pressure rise. Leaving all the heavy surface light behind, sinking in the darkness that makes you blind. Dropping down directly to the ocean floor, locking up the heavy submarine door. Millions of tons pressing on the heavy steel, testing how the absolute zero makes you feel. Heartless softly groaning in the midnight deep, promises the heavy dark ocean gonna keep. Reaching the absolute heavy limit tonight, buried so deeply away from the light. Caught inside the heavy crushed depth now, taking off the heavy in the surface crown. Infinite pressure on the heavy dark glass, watching all the deep water shadows pass. No one can survive in this heavy dark zone, sitting perfectly on the underwater throne. Crushed depth, total pressure, no way up. Sonar is returning, absolutely no sound. Miles and miles underneath the solid ground. Frequencies are dropping to the heavy deep trench, tightening the heavy in the midnight range. Water is as black as a heavy dark ink, giving us absolutely zero time to think. Surrendering perfectly to the massive weight, accepting this deeply as the final midnight fade. Reaching the absolute heavy limit tonight, buried so deeply away from the light. Caught inside the heavy crushed depth now, taking off the heavy in the surface crown. Infinite pressure on the heavy dark glass, watching all the deep water shadows pass. No one can survive in this heavy dark zone, sitting perfectly on the underwater throne. 10,000 meters, the steel is bending, just the heavy water sink deeper. Heavy dark zone, sitting perfectly on the underwater throne.